class, beginner youth ukulele, although we're not ever restricting it to any age. Youth is young at heart is fine. So we're on our final class. I'm flying solo tonight. Dave is not with me. He had a little bit of surgery last week, so he's staying undercover for a little bit. And so I'm going to help you with our last class. Unfortunately, it's going to be some of the toughest chords that you've ever had, and so it's a tricky class, but they're two really cool chords, and you're not going to regret learning them. We're going to start off with warming up with Hound Dog. So if you want to turn to that one, that has been our standard warm up for the last several weeks. And so we're warming up with Hound Dog. And so turn to that. And this time we're going to work on our strumming technique as we're going along. So we're going to get more arm movement in it. And that helps you with your strumming and with your timing of your strumming. When you're strumming, you know, you can look at some of the sheets and downloads for strum patterns, and you can go, oh, okay, this is strum pattern 1. It's going to be down, 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 or it's going to be strum pattern 7, and it's going to be, you know, down, up, or whatever that is. But what we found basically is that with songs, you are never really playing one specific strum pattern the whole way through. You always have influences of, you know, you're putting emphasis on certain words. So you're putting more emphasis on it than going through the song. And that's good because it breaks the boredom. If you have to listen to through the whole song, you know, your ears get tired of it. So you find that often in songs, it might go, but then they put, you know, emphasis on some words and they go. So that's what we've found. I'm just moving my tea because otherwise I'll kick it over and then they'll be everywhere and things will short out and then we'll be done. So we find that don't worry about strum patterns. Don't worry about the number of it. Don't worry about, oh, it's got to be down, down, up, up, down, up. It's just relax, get your timing, and getting your arm movement. So instead of, if you have a strap on your ukulele, you'll find that you can rely on having your hands be able to move. Your ukulele is not going anywhere. So you can move up the neck, you can move to the left, you can strum and not be holding your ukulele. So if you don't have a strap on, there's a chance that you're going like this when you're playing. But if you have a strap on it, you have that mobility and that freedom. And so you can use from your elbow down in your strumming. So you can go, and that gives you some freedom. And that gives you the ability to strum with the time of the music and get some movement. And if you're strumming slowly to a slow song, that helps you with your strum pattern and it falls into place. So don't stress the strum pattern. It's all about timing and all about the mobility. And you know this, once you become comfortable with the songs, it makes it much, much easier to be able to move and relax and get that down pat. You know the rhythm of the song and your arm will follow along with that. So we're starting with Hound Dog. So turn to that. We've been doing that song, and this is our final time to play that together. So has everybody got that there? And Brittany's gonna put that on the screen. There we go. She's got this down pat now. It's a shame that this is our final class. There we go. Excellent. So are y'all ready? We're about to start. Get warmed up. So remember, we're going to start with the C. That's the ring finger, finger number 3 on the first fret, on the third fret, first string. And then our F is our first finger is on the first fret on the second string, and our middle finger is on the second fret on the fourth string. And then G is that triangle. It's the index finger, finger 1 is on second fret, string 3. Middle finger, finger 2 is on second fret, string 1. And then our ring finger, finger 3 is on fret 3, string 2. 3-chord song. And we're not starting to play until we hit hound dog when we're singing. So, and we're going to get some movement in our arms today. Don't do just wrist. We want to do arm from the elbow down, not the wrist movement. Okay, ready? You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. They said you was high class. Well, that was just a lie. They said you was high class. Well, that was just a lie. You ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. We ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. Now we're doing that solo. See? F. C. G. F. C. They said you was high class. Well, that was just a lie. They said you was high class. Well, that was just a lie. You ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. Solo again. C. C. G. F. C. How'd that go? Did you find that you were moving your arms more? Did anybody have any problems? Excellent. Glad to hear it. So we're going to learn 2 chords to wrap things up this for your lessons, and they're kind of tricky, but they're excellent to learn, and they've turned into being some of my favorite songs and some of my favorite chords. So some of my favorite songs have them in them. So our first chord, the first song that we're going to pop up, Brett, is going to be, let me see here. It's going to be Take It Easy. So our first chord that we're going to learn today it's the first bar chord that you're going to learn. And it's it's very, very cool. It's going to take some practice. So don't stress it if you're not getting it down pat today. It takes some building of some muscles, and you don't think that you've got a lot of muscles in your fingers, but you sure do. And you know how it was awkward learning to do things like the G and things like that. Well, bar chords are building on the strength in your fingers as well. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your index finger, finger 1, is going to go all the way across the second fret. Now, I've found that don't try and stop your finger right at the top of the neck. Put your finger up further, because if you put your finger at the ending at the top of the neck, it tends to end right at the joints, and so it doesn't give you as much strength. But if you move your finger up, so your finger is above there. I'll get it in front of my shirt so that you can see the contrast. It gives you more strength and makes it so that your finger can put pressure across all 4 strings at once. So just try strumming that and see if you've got sound on all your strings. Now that's the goal. If you're not getting that completely today, don't worry about it, because you're going to work on this, and it's going to be a matter of building the strength in your finger, and it will come. It will come really quite quickly. So you're going to put your finger right across the 2nd fret, and you're going to put either your middle finger or your ring finger on the 4th fret on the 4th string. That's B minor. I love the sound of B minor. When I first started playing ukulele, I thought that would drive me insane trying to do this. But now it's one of my favorite chords. So pick a finger that feels comfortable. So once again, you've got your index finger, finger 1, is across the second fret. So it's covering all 4 strings. And then one of your fingers, either finger 2 or finger 3, is going to be on the 4th fret on the 4th string. Can you see that? So pick one of those. That's B minor. How's that feeling? And I got to tell you, after holding your fingers like that for a little bit, they cramp up. Even now, they still cramp up for me. So, how you doing? One thing that you gotta remember, and this will help you get through this, is you're never going to have a song where B minor is going to be the most important chord in your song. It's lovely to have in there because it's got great sound, right? But it's never going to be what you play the majority of in the song. It's a B minor. It's more obscure, but it's really important in songs. So it's a good one to learn. So we're going to try Take It Easy. Does anybody not know this song? This is an Eagles song. I figure everybody needs to play an Eagles song if they're taking lessons. That's one of the critical things. So I thought I'd throw this in here for the last lesson. We're going to do Take It Easy. And does anybody, so I'm don't see anything popping up, so I'm gathering that you all know it. If you printed off your music, you'll have it in front of you. Now, so we're going to play, it's going to start with the D, and you all know this. You're taking these 3 fingers and you're putting them on the 2nd fret on 4, 3, 2. And you're going to get your elbow out so you can get your wrist up. And then that's going to give you the ability to put your fingers on there sideways. D. And then A is index finger is on the 1st fret. 3rd string, your middle finger, finger 2, is on the 2nd fret, 4th string. And then the G, that's the triangle again. And then it's the B minor, which is that bar chord on the 2nd. And then you're going to take your index finger or your middle finger or your ring finger, whatever your hand works with better. And you're putting it on the 4th string, 4th fret. And then it's got an E minor in there too. And that's the lower waterfall. Index finger is on the 2nd fret on the 1st string. Middle finger is on the 2nd string on the 3rd fret. Ring finger, finger 3, is on the 4th fret on the 3rd string. And it's just that easy. The diagram is on the page. if you need to have that, if you need to refer to that, which is quite handy. So we're starting with a D. Everybody ready? Well, I'm running down the road trying to loosen my load. I got 7 women on my mind. 4 that wanna own me, 2 that wanna stone me. 1 says she's a friend of mine. Take it easy, take it easy. Don't let the sound of your own wheels drive you crazy. Lighten up while you still can. Don't even try to understand. Just find a place to make your stand and take it easy. Ready for the second verse? Well, I'm standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona. Such a fine sight to see. It's a girl, my lord, in a flatbed Ford, slowing down to take a look at me. Come on, baby, don't say maybe. I gotta know if your sweet love is gonna save me. We may lose and we may win, so we may never be here again. So open up, I'm climbing in. Take it easy. Well, I'm running down the road trying to loosen my load. Got a world of trouble on my mind. Looking for a lover who won't blow my cover. So hard to find. Take it easy. Take it easy. Don't let the sound of your own wheels make you crazy. Come on, baby, don't say maybe. I've gotta know if your sweet love is gonna save me. Ooh, ooh, D. Ooh, ooh. We're gonna do that again. Ooh, ooh, D. Ooh, ooh. You gotta take it easy. You gotta take it easy. And we're ending with a G. Now, it's a tough song, and you guys are going to practice that because it's an Eagles song and it's terribly cool to play. And you're going to practice doing that B minor, and you're going to get it down pat. And if you don't get it for the first little bit, don't sweat it. It's not going to be lasting a long time, and it's not going to be the make it or break it for your song. So if you're not getting that, if you're not getting the full sound out of it, or if some of your fingers are going, or if you're not pressing down hard enough and you're not getting the full sound, don't worry about it. You're going to get it eventually because you're going to be practicing that and you're going to work on building that muscle strength. Next song, Britt, is going to be Sylvia's Mother. So that was B minor. Now we're going to be doing a few songs that have got the B minor in it today. But the other chord that we're going to learn, we're going to go to that now because sometimes you find that E goes with B minor quite a bit in songs. So the second chord that we're going to learn is E. So you're going to put, this is a tricky one, and I found that the secret to success on this one is to be able to move your ukulele a bit to the left. And that gives your arm more leverage because you need to get your fingers sideways a bit more. So you're going to move your ukulele a bit to the left, and you're going to put your index finger, finger one, is going to be on your second fret on the first string. And then you're putting your elbow up. Don't worry about manners. And these three fingers, fingers 2, 3, and 4, they're going to be on the fourth fret. It's going to make some reach. And they're going to be on fourth string, third string, second string. So that's E. Give it a try. The secret is getting your elbow up. Because if you've got your elbow down, it's going to change the way your fingers are going to be moving on there. See, you can't get your fingers all lined up properly if your elbows are in. So you got to get your elbow up, move your ukulele a bit to the left. And so your index finger is on the first string on the second fret. These three fingers are on the fourth fret on 4, 3, 2. Are you getting the sound? You're gonna work on working on that, and you're gonna. It's all about positioning with an E. It's not that your fingers haven't been doing some funky things in the last 8 weeks. They have been, but you want to get that elbow up, get your ukulele a bit more to the left, and that gives you that leverage, gives you that angle. Now I'm going to show you another way of playing this chord, because there's always more than one way of playing a chord. So there's this one, that's the E that we just played. The second alternative, and this is up to you to play, to figure out how it works for you. I found that this is the best one for me because it works better getting to all these other chords that are in this area, in these first 4 frets. But you can also put your index finger, bar it on the 4th fret, just like what we did on the B minor. We're going to bar on the 4th fret, and then we're going to put our pinky finger on the 7th fret on the first string. A little bit of tonal difference. So that's 4th fret, pinky finger on the 7th fret on the first string. That's an E as well. Now I find that that's a nice sound, but generally I find that if I'm playing that E like that, if I'm going to an A, that means I have to move all the way from here to here. So I find generally that this is the best one for me, but you have that option. I can feel you sweating right from where we are right now. Now these are kind of awkward positions, so it's going to take a little bit of practice. I love the E chord. My favorite songs have E's in them. So it's a matter of practicing. We're just going to go through a couple of songs, 2 or 3 songs today, and we're going to review this, and you're going to keep practicing it and get it down pat. These are 2 tough ones. That's why we leave them till the very last. But look how you've nailed all the other chords that we've played. You're doing great on this. And I have friends who are musicians that play ukulele that won't play a song if it's got an E in it. Everybody that we've taught how to play ukulele can play an E, and it's all about positioning, all about the angle, getting your elbow up, moving your ukulele to the left a bit, which is one of the big reasons why you use a strap, as far as I'm concerned. It's all about the awkward chords. Move to the left, get your elbow up. So we're going to put this into practice with Sylvia's mother. Does anybody know this song? Does anybody? This is a song from the 70s, and it was Dr. Hook. Now, it was a very odd band, but they had a couple of really good songs. Sylvia's Mother was one of them. And so you might not recognize it because it is a little bit older for you, but it's a fabulous song, and it gives you the opportunity to learn to do the A, and then the D, and then the E. A, D, and E go together all the time in songs. So, and this is a nice and slow one. So you have time to get to the chords. So it starts with A to D to E. So it gives you lots of time to get your fingers into position. So don't sweat it. If you don't get it on the first time round, you'll get it on the next time. And the more that you play it, the better off you are. So we're starting on A. Everybody's got their songs, and Britt's got it up on the side panel. Sylvia's mother says, Sylvia's busy, too busy to come to the phone. Sylvia's mother says, Sylvia's trying to start a new life of her own. Sylvia's mother says, Sylvia's happy, so why don't you leave her alone? And the operator says 40 cents more for the next 3 minutes. Please, Mrs. Avery, I just wanna talk to her. I'll only keep her a while. Please, Mrs. Avery, I just wanna tell her goodbye. Sylvia's mother says, Sylvia's packing. She's going to be leaving today. Sylvia's mother says, Sylvia's marrying a fella down Galveston way. Sylvia's mother says, please don't say nothing to make her start crying and stay. And the operator says 40 cents more for the next 3 minutes. Please, Mrs. Avery, I just gotta talk to her. I'll only keep her a while. Please, Mrs. Avery, I just gotta tell her goodbye. Sylvia's mother says, Sylvia's hurrying. She's catching the 9 o'clock train. Sylvia's mother says, take your umbrella, 'cause Sylvia's starting to rain. Sylvia's mother says, thank you for calling. And sir, won't you call back again? And the operator says 40 cents more for the next 3 minutes. Please, Mrs. Avery, I just gotta talk to her. I'll only keep her a while. Please, Mrs. Avery, I just wanna tell her goodbye. Please tell her goodbye. And then end with an A. Just like that. How'd it go? Was that absolutely crushing for you? It's a tough one. It's a tough one, and if you've managed to get to at least some of those E's, that's fabulous. It's a great song to start playing E's on, just because you do have that length of time in between each of the chords. It's no surprises. So you're going to keep practicing the E's, and that'll give you. You're going to love it. If you've got it so far, you never have to worry about it. You never have to worry about it. So keep practicing the E's. We're going to do Pink Cadillac next, Brit. This song is a Bruce Springsteen song, and he made it famous in the late 70s. And then Nitty Gritty Dirt Band came along years later, and they made a hit out of it in the country charts. So it was a hit for the hit in rock and roll, and it was hit in country. So it's a cool one as well. So it starts with the E. We're going to get some practice on playing that E's, and then A, because A goes with E all the time. And then B7, that's that upper waterfall. So that is on the 2nd fret. Your index finger is starting on the 2nd string, and then the middle finger is on the 3rd string on the 3rd, and your ring finger is on the 4th fret on the 4th string. Okay, and that's the only chords it has in it. So does anybody not know this song, or does anybody know this song? So we're going to start. It's another good one to be playing, because you do have time to get your fingers in between each of the chords. And so that makes it much easier to start learning how these awkward ones like the B minor and the E work. So we're starting with the E. So get your ukulele to the left, get your elbow out, get your fingers on E position. Actually, you might want to give them a little bit of motion first so you can get some blood flowing back through them. Okay, so starting on E. Ready? You may think I'm fooling for the foolish things I do. You may wonder how come I love you when you get on my nerves like you do. Well, baby, you know you bug me. There ain't no secret about that. Well, come over here and hug me, and baby, I'll spill the facts. B7, honey, I ain't your money, 'cause baby, I got plenty of that. I love you for your pink Cadillac, crushed velvet seats, riding in the back, losing down the streets, waving to the girls, feeling out of sight, spending all my money on a Saturday night. Honey, I just wonder what you do there in the back of your pink Cadillac, pink Cadillac. Well, now way back in the Bible, temptations always come along. There's always somebody tempting you, somebody into doing something they know is wrong. Well, they tempt you, man, with silver, and they tempt you, sir, with gold, and they tempt you with the pleasures that the flesh just surely hold. They say Eve tempted Adam with an apple, but man, I ain't going for that. I know it was her pink Cadillac, crushed velvet seats, riding in the back, oozing down the streets, waving to the girls, feeling out of sight, spending all my money on a Saturday night. Honey, I just wonder what it feels in the back of your pink Cadillac, pink Cadillac. Well, now some folks say it's too big and it uses too much gas. Some folks say it's too old and that it goes too fast. But my love is bigger than a Honda, yeah, it's bigger than a Subaru. And then there's only one thing and one car that will do. Anyway, we don't have to drive it. Honey, we can park it out and back and have a party in your pink Cadillac. Crushed velvet seats, riding in the back, oozing down the streets, waving to the girls, feeling out of sight, spending all my money on a Saturday night. Honey, I just wonder what you do there in the back of your pink Cadillac, pink Cadillac, pink Cadillac, pink Cadillac, pink Cadillac, pink Cadillac. How is that? That was using a couple of different shapes in there, and it was moving a little bit faster, but you still had lots of time to move between your fingers, between those chords on that song. If you're not crying at this point, you're doing great. Excellent. You're all doing better on the E's, and that's just making it so that you get your wrist up, get your wrist up and your elbow up, and that means that your fingers are going to be sideways as opposed to down. And so getting them sideways is the key to getting some of these chords. And it's a bit of a different shape, so it's not surprising if you're having a little bit of problems with it. Like I said, I've got musician friends that still won't play a song if it's got an E in it. So you're doing great if you're getting any of it, and just practicing it will make sure that you do that. And that is the key to being able to do that. So that was Pink Cadillac. We have one more song, and then we're going to review. This one is one that does not have an E in it, and it does not have a B minor in it, but it's pretty important that I think that we play it, especially considering the fact that we've been learning to play ukulele in the times that we have. I lied. It does have a B minor in it. It has, it's a song called Try a Little Kindness, and it's originally by Glenn Campbell. But if you look on YouTube, you'll see that there's a Jan Arden video where she's working with a bunch of school kids. And she does this song with them, and it's fabulous. I'm not sure what that, oh, that's the words that Britt's putting up. I thought it was that somebody was saying I'm going the wrong way, but that's part of the lyrics. So this is a great song to be learning to wrap up our lessons. You've learned about 35 songs in the course of the 8 weeks, which is incredible. You think about it, you've got a bunch of songs that hopefully that you're willing to play again and again and again. Some of them are songs. A lot of these songs are songs that you would hear on the radio, that you will hear people play if you go out and about. You'll hear them play them, and you can do this. You've got it down pat now. It's just a matter of practicing a little bit, and that's what you started playing this for in the first place. You want to keep playing. You want to keep playing music, And so it's only natural that you're going to play these songs or songs that you like yourself. You're going to keep playing, and that's just going to cement all of this. And if you do have any problems with any of it, give us a yell. We're more than happy to help you at any time. And hopefully in a short while, we'll be able to get together at some point and be able to share some music together. And that's just too much fun. It kind of loses something not being able to be together and do music. And technology doesn't quite get there. And that's not a bad thing, I don't think. It'd be great if it was being the solution with this pandemic. But then again, on the other hand, I think, it's fabulous that technology doesn't replace the importance of people in some of these songs. So, and in music. So just a second, my throat's going too dry because I'm talking too much. So this song has got the D. So we've got 3 fingers, 2nd fret, 4, 3, 2, and it's got G, that triangle, and then it's got the A. Excellent. And then it's got B minor. It's got a couple of B minors. So that's you're barring that fret, 2nd fret. Get sound out of all your strings, and then put your other finger down, either the ring middle finger or the ring finger. And really, I've noticed that it just depends on the song which finger I'm using. And that's it. So it's a pretty easy song. You're going to move a little bit faster between those other chords, but those other chords a lot better. And then there's just a couple of the B minors in there at the end of the lines and in the chorus. So the trick on this song is the intro, and there's a little music break in between the chorus and the verse. Okay, so it goes C, G, D. So it makes a little hop. So it goes D, C, G, D. So one strum on each of those. C, G, D. We're going to try it again. D, C, G, D. We're doing it again. D, C, G, D. One more time through that. D, C, G, D. D, C, G, D. If you see your brother standing by the road with a heavy load from the seeds he sowed, and if you see your sister falling by the way, just stop and say, you're gone the wrong way. You've got to try a little kindness. Yes, show a little kindness. Yes, shine your light for everyone to see. And if you try a little kindness, you'll overlook the blindness. Got that one? That B minor? Of the narrow-minded people on the narrow-minded streets. You've got to try a little kindness. Yes, show a little kindness. Yes, shine your light for everyone to see. And if you try a little kindness, then you'll overlook the blindness of the narrow-minded people on the narrow-minded streets. So we're doing that D, D, C, G, D. Do it again. D, C, G, D. Ready? Don't walk around the down and out. Lend a helping hand instead of doubt. And the kindness that you show every day will help someone along their way. You've got to try a little kindness. Yes, show a little kindness. Just shine your light for everyone to see. And if you try a little kindness, then you'll overlook the blindness of the narrow-minded people on the narrow-minded streets. And we're closing with D, C, G, D, D, C, G, D. Excellent. How'd that go? That B minor, it's hard to get to it, and it's hard to get full sound out of it, especially if it, first time in playing that. But it is an excellent chord to learn. It's Tom Petty songs use a lot of that, and gotta love that. But it's a matter of building your finger strength. You'll find that some artists love to play in certain chords, and like Tom Petty uses it a lot. And so if you like listening to that sort of music, you'll find that there's certain chords and certain ways of playing that artists do and use, and so you'll find that there's little tricks for most of them. So we are at 6:02, and so we have time. We have about 13 minutes where we get to choose what songs we want to play. So tell me, what do you want to practice? And we can go through that. It can be any of the songs that we did today or any of the previous songs. So pick a song. Ring of Fire. Okay. So that was from Britt. That was from lesson number 1. Ring of Fire, and then Jolene. Excellent. Okay, so let me just find that. Excellent. Ring of Fire. That was lesson 1. So it's just got G, C, G. And then it's got a D. Piece of cake. Now you'll remember that it was a little bit tricky for you the first day. It'll be interesting to see how you do on it now. G, C, G, G, C, G, G, C, G. Ready? Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring, bound by wild desire. I fell into a ring of fire. D, I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. So we're doing that intro. G, C, G. Doing that another time. G, we're gonna go do the chorus. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. Last verse. The taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours meet. I fell for you like a child. Oh, but the fire went wild. Back to the chorus. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. We're doing the chorus again. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. Excellent. How'd you do? Was that much smoother this time through than it was on the first day? Are you finding that it's amazing how much that you can play now that you've gone through with these weeks? Now I have to find Jolene. That was, let's see. Ah, Britt's got it. She's got it faster than I do. Jolene, there we go. Okay. So that was, we just did that. We just reviewed it again last week, but I think we did it the week before. So that would be in week 7, 6 and 7 so that you'd be able to find that. So Jolene has got the A minor. That's just the middle finger on the 4th string on the 2nd fret. And then C, that's your ring finger on the 3rd fret, 1st string. And then that triangle G. And then it's got the lower waterfall, E minor. Now I need to adjust this just a bit because I'm finding I'm looking a little bit over my shoulder while I'm trying to play for you, and that's just not really working well because I'm losing my place. So everybody's ready? Put your index finger, your middle finger on the A minor, 2nd fret, 4th string. Ready? Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him just because you can. Your beauty is beyond compare, with flaming locks of auburn hair, with ivory skin and eyes of emerald green. Your smile is like a breath of spring, your voice is soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you, Jolene. He talks about you in his sleep, there's nothing I can do to keep from crying when he calls your name, Jolene. And I can don't take him just because you can. Well, you could have your choice of man, but I could never love again. He's the only one for me, Jolene. I had to have this talk with you. My happiness depends on you, and whatever you decide to do, Jolene. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him even though you can. Jolene, 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 Jolene. How'd that go for you? We're gonna wrap up with Can't Help Falling in Love with You. We did that last week, and it's a great one to finish with. Can't Help Falling in Love with You, and that was from last week. Brittany. Brittany's gonna get that up on the screen. Everybody can turn to that from last week. Elvis Presley, Can't Help Falling in Love with You. I need to take another drink of my tea. So we're doing C. E minor is that lower waterfall on 1, 2, 3. And then A minor. And then F, just putting your index finger down. C. G7 is that backward triangle. F. G7, C, D minor, C, G7. Okay, and then the chorus is the lower waterfall, upper waterfall, B7, lower waterfall, upper waterfall. And then it goes to the A7, which is just one finger on the first fret, third string, and then D minor, G7. Okay, you ready? We're gonna do it. Ready? We're on C. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Chorus. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for for I can't help falling in love with you. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you, for I can't help falling in love with you. You've done it. 8 weeks. You made it through it. You did great. If you have any problems, let us know. You can get in touch with through the town of Okotoks to Brittany, or you can get in touch with us. We'd be happy to help you out. If you like the class, let Brittany know. Let the town know. And maybe they can figure out something for the fall. And hopefully we'll be able to get together again really soon and get together in person and be able to play together. And have a great summer. Keep playing and have fun.